Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Real Wisdom Artificial Intelligence. So today is January 3rd, and I'm bringing you this from my afternoon walk outside. And let's go ahead get started for today. The Sadhguru Insight today read, "You must be playing your mind. Your mind should not play you." So that is very interesting. For those of you who remember, I wrote a newsletter on December 29th, which was kind of a full synthesis moment for the year-long journey that I have been on. And I synthesized the entire wisdom-led operating model. And one of the key points in that newsletter was that in the AI era, we have to become the boss of our minds. We should not be followers of our mind. And when we are led by unconscious intelligence, we are the followers of our mind. And conscious intelligence is all about becoming the boss of your mind and leading your mind. So that is what I closed the last year newsletter series with, that each one of us should and is capable of becoming a conscious leader. That is the only way for us to lead in the era of AI. So it is very interesting that the Sadhguru Insight today pretty much reinforces that. This also gave me an opportunity to reflect on why I believe that leading with conscious intelligence is absolutely critical in the AI era. And I have chosen to now pivot this series where every day I am going to draw a contrast between unconscious intelligence and the Rashmi level intelligence or conscious intelligence wisdom that I've been referring to in this series. And I'll try to demonstrate through my interactions or through other narratives around the internet era on why it is important for us to start leading with conscious intelligence and unlock our Rashmi level intelligence. So, for this particular insight, if you think about uh, going back to pretty much the entire history of humanity, as I have repeatedly talked about in this series, and as Yuval Noah Harari has brilliantly captured in his book Sapiens, our superpower is to get behind shared narratives. And that's great. We create these fictional stories and then get together from a group, get behind that. However, since pretty much the history of the entire time, and that's what Yuval Noah Harari's book is about, the people who have been in power have used these shared narratives to grab the attention of everybody else. And the phrase attention is all you need is as applicable to human attention as it has been applicable to. And people in power have consolidated power by getting a group of people around the shared narrative and grabbing their attention. And this has been used for good as well as bad throughout our history of humankind. Before the internet era, you had to typically earn that. And yeah, sure, there were kings who were born into privilege, but there was some way you had to earn the right to be a leader who could stitch together a shared narrative that would grab everybody's attention. The way the internet era evolved, it started with principles of democratizing information and knowledge, and that's great. And started happening because of that. Eventually, because of great innovation by companies like Google, etc., where they developed algorithms like the page rank and ad rank, the initial goal was to organize the world's information and connect the right supply with the right demand. And at that point, the power still lay in whoever is producing the right type of information and getting them plugged very quickly with whoever is looking for that type of information. So this was great. Then came the social media revolution. When the social media revolution came about, now the power shifted completely into the distribution houses. And now the algorithms are the power. It's no longer the person who's producing the product or the service. The algorithms within the distribution platforms have the complete power now. And the way those algorithms work is because of the social media. Now it is all about an influencer economy. So it's no longer about connecting the people who are producing a product or who are providing a service with whoever is looking for that. It is about the influencers who are promoting a particular experience or a particular product. That's what you get. So everybody is now an influencer, and including yours truly. I'm giving you some knowledge on wisdom. Everybody is competing to grab your attention. And the easiest way to grab your attention is to make you fearful that you're missing out. So we all heard of fear of missing out. So that is what is driving anxiety, and it is compounding anxiety. And that is why I feel very passionate that it is the time to unlock our conscious intelligence, where if we unlock our conscious intelligence and start interacting with AI with that and leading AI with that, we have an opportunity to change the way the digital platforms work. That is the vision that I have from Race to Conscious Grid, where the grid truly becomes an enabler for not driving content or influencer economy based on fear of missing out or based on anxiety. It truly becomes a grid that connects the right producers of a particular product or a service with the right consumers. That is the opportunity that we have in front of us. And AI can be a wonderful co-pilot in that, because it is not identified with anything. It is a tool that could actually reset the value such that the value does not belong completely in the distribution houses anymore, and the value shifts back to people producing the product or people delivering the service and back to the consumers. That is the opportunity we have in front of us. However, that will only happen if we unlock our conscious intelligence. So, with that, today's dose of Rashmi is unconscious intelligence hands over the control for the playlist of your mind to external actors. Wisdom, on the other hand, is having full control of the playlist of your mind and what you pay attention to based on what emerges from complete inner alignment. That is the journey from intelligence to consciousness. Thank you.